Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your girl Nyambura once again, your advocate in blockchain technology, to be specific. Now, today I want us to talk about why everybody should have a crypto portfolio. And like I said in my previous videos, I just want to demystify this whole misnomer that people have with regards to understanding what cryptocurrencies are. And like I told you, from my understanding, mass migration into blockchain technology is just about to happen. So much has already happened in that space. And obviously, just like on the internet, when businesses started to migrate to the internet, they needed to create platforms where they could therefore execute their affairs, if you may, or where they could execute their different business models. Now, when it comes to the space of blockchain technology, when mass migration begins to happen, everybody will be needing a particular platform where that suits them, where they can now therefore execute their businesses, whether that is government institutions or corporate institutions or private sector or whatever it is. Now, we said that these platforms, these blockchains, these various blockchains, are just basically like internet platforms where you can execute whatever it is that you want to execute. Just that the technology behind it is slightly different from the internet technology that we know of today. Now, the advantage with using blockchains is, for example, if you choose, for example, to use the Polygon blockchain because it maybe has better features and more advantages than Ethereum, for example, that Polygon blockchain has a mother coin, a native coin, which fires the platform, which is actually what makes blockchain slightly different from the internet, because every blockchain has a native currency that fires it. Like, for example, Polygon, of course, is fired by the coin called Matic. And we say the reason why you should invest in some of these things is not just because they are cryptocurrencies that go up and down. We say it's because they are platforms that will then support all the businesses that will be on the blockchain platforms. Now, in that respect, therefore, it only makes sense for you to start buying those native currencies or coins if you really know and understand what they are, because as more people move into that particular blockchain, the value of that native currency will definitely go up. Just the same way today you invest your money in shares of a particular company, the more the company does well, the more the shares appreciate in value. So the same thing is actually already happening in the blockchain space for those who are understanding, but even the bigger opportunity is right ahead of us. Now, having said that, therefore, if you seriously want to be an investor in the next 10, 20 years to come, you must be in the blockchain space. And you must be investing in these currencies, like I'm mentioning, but you do that with wisdom and understanding. Now, today a lot of people still, maybe from where I come from, they still want to go into real estate. And of course, real estate is such a big thing. Even me, I am so keen on being big on the real estate. But sometimes when you put all your eggs in one basket, you can suffer greatly. And I can tell you from personal experience. You could be an investor in real estate. For example, you just start by buying land, for example, and then over time you can develop it, or you can partner, or you can sell, whatever it is that you can do. But it's very important to have a balanced portfolio if you really want to succeed in life. Today, you can go hungry, honestly. If you're owning land, for example, from where I'm coming from, the economy has not been performing very well. A lot of people don't have a lot of liquid cash. And you could be holding real estate properties worth 100 million. But your children can be sent away from school and you find yourself borrowing money to pay fees. Because even as much as your balance sheet shows that you're this wealthy person with all these assets, if you need to liquidate those assets, the process of liquidation in itself is a whole nightmare. First and foremost, it begins with, are you able to get people who are ready to buy those assets? That's number one. Number two, even if you do, how fast can you liquidate land, for example, or how fast can you liquidate a house? How fast can you sell a house to unlock the capital that you have put in there? Maybe you're having an emergency situation. Maybe a hospitalization has happened and there's a huge medical bill that needs to be paid. And yes, you have the assets, you have the wealth. When you draw your balance sheet, you're okay. But you realize that you can actually go hungry even with a very big balance sheet. Now, why therefore I advocate for you to start investing some of your wealth or your money in the crypto space. Number one, in my previous videos, I have told you the importance of learning, importance of taking your technological knowledge with the seriousness it deserves, because it's going to open up so many opportunities for you to make money and make it safely in a manner that you're not being exploited and taken advantage of by the many unscrupulous people who are out here whom we can never really control. I mean, people will do what they want to do. But I want you to think about it. If today 20% of your investment portfolio is in real estate and maybe 20% is in shares and 20% is in many other diversified portfolios, why don't you start by building at least 5% of your investment in the right in the blockchain space by investing in the right opportunities? Now, if today you have, let's say, a portfolio of even $500,000, whatever currency you have, wherever you come from. Let me use mine, because let's say you have $500,000 shillings invested in cryptos. Of course, because of the nature of the blockchain and cryptocurrencies, they can stay down. You can buy them at a price, and just like how most of these investments behave, they dip, which means therefore your investment has shrunk. That is not to mean you have lost anything. It just means your investment has shrunk, just like many shares have behaved. But over time, that will reverse and it will go up. Now, if you had that kind of an opportunity, a portfolio, there are many things you can do with it. Number one, let's say you bought and prices haven't changed much, but at least you're not in a losing situation, or your portfolio has not dipped. The process of liquidating cryptocurrencies is at a click of a button. Instantaneously, you go into an online exchange, which is part of what I educate people about. You go into an online exchange and immediately you're able to liquidate those assets, and you can pay bills, you can go to the supermarket and buy food, whereas in some of these other assets, like even shares, you may need to go through your broker, which will take you a day or two or a week, etc, etc. So you realize one of the safest things is that you can easily liquidate those assets at a click of a button, and you can be able to solve your immediate cash flow problems. Now, number two, there are so many ways of making money with your crypto portfolio. Number one, you can actually do lending and borrowing, whichever part of the divide you find yourself is. Let's say, for example, you have a portfolio and you have an immediate need. Let's say you have $500,000 shillings held in Bitcoin, and you have an immediate need for 200,000 Kenya shilling. Okay? Now, you can go to the market and use your existing portfolio of Bitcoin of $500,000, and you borrow 200,000 against it. Okay? So you lock up the Bitcoin's equivalent of 200,000, and you borrow other monies like a stable coin, which you can quickly convert into Kenya shilling and do whatever it is you're doing. And as soon as you return the money, your Bitcoins that you had used as collateral will be released immediately to you. And since you have already settled the debt, and you continue to hold them if in case your intention was to hold them as a long-term investment. Now, I know a lot of people today who are holding cryptos in their wallets, I being one of such people, and the markets have really calmed down. Maybe you bought Bitcoin when it was trading at 30,000, I think in April, May there, and now it is down to 20,000, and you're thinking, oh my God, my portfolio has really shrunk, and there is no alarm, absolutely no cause of alarm with regards to that. But did you know that instead of just holding those assets as idle assets in your wallet, you can actually stake them? Number one, staking basically is just like putting them in a fixed deposit account where you start earning other currency on other coins on top. You're rewarded for staking your money. Number two, you could even lend them to the people, because there are so many people who are borrowing today. You can put them in a liquidity pool or a farming pool and on lend them, and you start earning interest on them. So there's so much you can be able to do with this kind of digital asset, especially cryptos. And that is why I highly recommend that as you're building your investment portfolio, carefully consider putting some of your money in this space, but please do it with proper advice, proper knowledge, and remember, there are two different types of ways of investing your money in the blockchain space. Number one, you can do it in a centralized exchange. For example, Binance is a classic example of a centralized exchange. What Binance does, therefore, is that you open an account with them, your money stays in their platform, but you don't have full access to that. I mean, you don't have full control. It is a custodial wallet, meaning they are the ones in custody of your money. Now, that has its pros and cons. That's part of what you need to learn. Or you can even use a decentralized exchange, which is sometimes what I highly recommend. Now, basically, a decentralized exchange is a place where you can do all these things that I'm talking about, but still you have your assets on your phone. You are the one who is in full custody of your assets. You can on-lend them so that they are locked up because you have on-lend them, but at the end of the day, they still sit in your wallet. So the day they will be released from that obligation, they will be in your wallet and you have full control and full custody of your assets. So these are some of the tips that you can learn. Once again, remember, I am a trainer in blockchain space. I have a fully fledged blockchain academy that is a decentralized autonomous organization running on the blockchain, and we are able to equip you with all this knowledge and understanding as to what is happening in the blockchain space, and you can acquire that knowledge and you can be able to capitalize on it and use it for your own personal gains. And please start teaching your children. The generations that is coming, ladies and gentlemen, they all need to be equipped with the knowledge of blockchain, because that is where opportunities are emerging, and those opportunities are going to set them apart. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have enjoyed that particular topic on why you need to have cryptos in your investment portfolio, or why you need to start building a crypto investment portfolio. Remember to subscribe to this channel. Kindly give me a like and leave me a comment, and also feel free to share these videos, and let us keep this blockchain technology knowledge and generally technology knowledge going on, because it is time for us to be able to understand technology and give it the respect it deserves, so that we are not just consumers of technology, but we start taking advantage of the opportunities that technology always brings. Because for anybody who is looking, anybody who is seeking, you will always find the answer. God bless you. Once again, remember to subscribe to my channel. This is Nyambura, your technology advocate, and let us walk this journey together. God bless you.